Hi, I'm Real Genetic Demon, and this is Armageddon on the ZX Spectrum. Now, this was kindly sent to me after doing What's on the Tape and discovering that I had an Armageddon on there that didn't load. In fact, I ended up loading another game, which I'm probably going to do a video on, but it wasn't actually Armageddon. Anyway, this is Armageddon by Ocean. If you want to see the screen of the cover, let's poke that on screen now. There we go. We've got little missiles being shot down. Basically, though, it's a clone. It's a clone of Missile Command, which is a game that appeared in the arcade, had a tracker ball and a fire button, and basically your idea was you set off missile explosions in front of sort of, I guess, lasers or missiles that are coming in from space, and your idea is to defend your bases, and your bases are your lives. It's really quite a simple idea. I'm just going to start it now. Simple idea. One thing I really have to admit, I really like about this, is the way that missiles fire within this game. They kind of zap along. And so you've got to get them right in front of these things so that they... I'm getting really hammered here. This is a good bad start. No, not my city here. Not my city here. No, not my city here. That's really bad. I like the way the missiles kind of go up at a funny angle and then zap across when they're moving. Watch. Kind of zaps up and goes at an angle and zaps up. I kind of like that. I think it's a lovely little mechanic that's there. But yeah, the idea is basically you move around. You can see why a tracker ball would work lovely with this, because instead of keyboards and mice where you're going left and right, up and down, you just roll it to where you need it to be and then hit that fire button. And it's something very satisfying about it. I mean, you can technically, if you want, you can go mad and light up the sky. And this is an alien spacecraft. We try and get him as well while we're at it. And the lives by being cities that have to be defended is a great sort of answer to the whole thing. Very simple, perfect artistic sort of arcading wise. These are the kind of games I've often said this before. These are the games that define the sort of spectrum in that sense. So these are or certainly were fitted nicely with the Spectrum and the early Spectrum, the 16K anyway. That sort of arcade, simple one screen at a time kind of game. Nothing too complex, nothing too heavy, just arcade goodness. There we go. Oh god, they're firing missiles everywhere. It's missing. It's hitting the ground. Oh, we're all right. We're still going. I had a little go earlier, but I'm almost beating my own score here. I let it finish. I'll do like the end screen, by the way. The end screen's good, so when we die, we can see that as well. 1983, this one. It's a good one, actually. It's a load code as well. You don't actually get you don't do a load dit as I like to call it. You get a nice load code. So here we go. And I haven't mentioned it earlier. As I say, this was sent in to me by a lovely chap called Daryl. He's a proper collector. He's probably better than I am collecting wise. I always think of myself as more a gamer and a collector sort of second. So I collect. I game and then changing when daylight now. I kind of collect second. I like to game first and enjoy the games. But this is brilliant. Oh, I like this. Sorry, I'm concentrating. I apologise. No dialogue while I'm thinking about it. It does require. It's one of those games that requires a little bit of sort of concentration. I'm surprised. I know it's. I think it has been remade a few times. It's one of those games that kind of it'll never die. It'll always be another Missile Command. Some other generation will have played it. So Doubt Force Cities. We're still doing all right actually. I think I must have gained another city there, or maybe not. Still like the way these missiles move, and it's really nice the way they move as well. It's kind of like sort of sparking up into the sky and exploding in where you've got them. I wonder how well this did actually as a game. I bet it did quite quite well, because it's one of the better versions of Missile Command I've played. The lot of the, you know, it was one of those times where you could clone a game and nobody come after you with necessarily legally. The only game I can think of that legally got sort of zapped as such was Who Dares Wins. The first version of it was almost an identical clone to that of what is Commando, and Elite, who were doing Commando at the time, came after the guys making Who Dares Wins, and then it became Who Dares Wins 2 because it got changed enough that it was no longer sort of almost a Commando clone. It's interesting though, because Commando itself is almost, I don't know whether it's a clone or whether Akari Warriors is a clone of it. There was a lot of games like that where you walked along shooting, so I guess it must have been. Can you imagine what the Who Dares Wins? Because the Who Dares Wins, the original Who Dares Wins, doesn't exist. It doesn't exist. It's not there anymore. It's not a game you can buy. I wonder if there was ever a prototype. I'm sure there was, but I bet that's worth a fortune nowadays. But yeah, that original Who Dares Wins, that doesn't exist. So I think maybe we're in a desert now. That's kind of cool. Look at my score. I could imagine me playing this with my friends, and we'd be around seeing who could do the best score, or also firing the most missiles at the same time like this, just for fun. It's good when you got one city though, because it's basically you only have to defend above it effectively. Was that the cheat really for Missile Command? Did you just have to defend above that one city? Could you just sit sort of here and fire missile after missile after missile? I suppose you could, couldn't you? Oh! 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 Wow! No! Yes! There's missiles everywhere! Or incoming. Oh, I've saved it. I saved myself there again. Just. I don't know if I ever played the actual arcade version. I think I've seen it, but I don't think I ever played it. I bet it was one of those. I bet it was quite. I don't know. Do you think it was expensive as a game to purchase? I don't know. Missile that thing. No, gone. Hang on. Where? Whoa! No. Is that my last city? I don't know. I think it's all up. No! Oh, no, it is now. Damn. Oh, did I survive? No, the end. Yeah, look, watch this bit. I like this. I watched this earlier and I was like, this is kind of cool. So if I just get a bit of flashing, and then it explodes it. That's kind of cool. I like that. I don't know why the little man's sort of pulling the thing across the screen, but I suppose it's interesting. Yeah, quick little game. It's 16k and a 48k game. I'm playing this on my +2, obviously. Anyway, that was Armageddon. Thank you very much for sending that in, please. To me, Daryl. Thanks very much for that. Anyway, I've been your host, Real Genetic Demon. Thank you for watching. Please feel free to like and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next video. Bye bye now.